Hi, I'm Jon Decker, PGA instructor and author of the book, Golf is My Life, Glorifying God Through the Game. Today I want to work with you on the full swing, and I want to talk about club selection on a downhill lie. And it's very important to understand how a downhill lie is going to affect your ball flight. The number one thing is you're going to lower your ball flight. I don't care what level player you are, whether you're a tour player or your average golfer. When you're hitting on a downhill lie, when the slope is going down the hill and you're trying to hit the shot, your ball is not going to go the normal trajectory that it would go off a level lie. So it's important that you need to understand that you're going to have to allow for the ball to roll more. And even for an elite player, when they're hitting off a downhill lie, their ball flight will be lower. When their ball hits the green or short of the green, it's going to go forward and release. So your club selection is very important. Now, when we're talking about loft, this is my 9-iron here, and this is my normal loft for a 9-iron. And my 9-iron is about 44 degrees. But if I get myself on a downhill lie sloping this way, notice how that changes. And if I was on a severe downhill lie, which many times you'll see this around the greens, in green side situations, where you get on the side of a bunker and you're on a downhill slope, or maybe you hit it on the down slope of a fairway bunker and you're in the grass, maybe not quite in the sand, and you've got to hit a shot off that. It's a very difficult shot because your ball is going to come off low, and when it hits, it's going to release. So picking your club selection is very critical. The first thing that I always do when I get on a downhill lie is I go with more loft. So instead of hitting an 8-iron, I would hit a 9-iron because I know that my ball flight is going to be lower. I know that my ball may not fly as far as my 8-iron, but when it hits the ground, it's going to release. So I have to factor that in. Now, sometimes on a real severe downhill lie, I might even go 2 clubs higher. There's been situations on the golf course where I would normally play an 8-iron, but because I'm on such a downslope, I've actually gone with a pitching wedge to counter that. So this is where experience comes into play, and you have to understand that when you're on a downhill lie, you are going to be limited in what you can do. For example, if I'm on a downhill lie and I have to go over a lake to a front pin, that is going to be almost an impossible shot. So if I'm on this situation, I'm actually going to try to either play to the back of the green, or maybe to the left of the green, to the right of the green, or in some situations I might even play to go long, because I cannot miss it short, because obviously I would be in the water. So in that situation, I may not go with a more lofted club. I may have to stick with the club that I normally do and play for the ball to go long. But even in a situation where I'm on a downhill lie, even if the trouble is short, I'm probably going to at least go with 1 club higher, and that's going to allow me, a more lofted club, that's going to allow me to be able to hit a shot that I can still land on the green. It may not, obviously I can't miss it short, but land on the green and at least stay on the green. So when I'm setting up to hit this shot, really my first adjustment is going to be getting my shoulders with the slope. And that's really all that I'm going to be doing. I've done several golf tips on the golfswing.com website. If you go through and look at uneven lies, I'll get more into the technique of the shot. But basically, I'm going to take a more lofted club. So instead of hitting the 8-iron, I've chosen a 9-iron. I've got my shoulders with the slope. I'll make a couple practice swings to feel the club go down the slope. And then I'm going to go ahead and set up and just make my normal swing.